Welcome to the Tuneagers Challenge, where I take songwriting and I break it down into a simple practice so you can see how easy and fun songwriting can be. What would happen if we stripped all the music away from film? Music scoring is essential in film because it enhances the emotional impact of the scene. It also sets the tone and supports the storytelling. It can heighten tension, evoke specific moods, and underscore certain character development. In today's TuneUp challenge, we are going to explore writing music that supports a film scene. And you will get firsthand experience and see how music drives the emotion in film. The first step is to watch and analyze a short film scene. Choose a short scene from one of your favorite movies. 1 to 2 minutes long is fine. Watch it multiple times and pay close attention to the mood, emotion, and pacing. Take notes on the visuals, characters, setting, and any changes in tone. What feelings does the scene evoke? And what's the overall tone? I have selected a scene from actually a movie that I did score for. It's a documentary I made about the border called Borderlanders. And I've turned the music off for now because I'm going to analyze the scene and the footage that I have. It's about a 1.5-minute clip, so I'm just going to walk and talk you over what I am seeing that's going to inspire the music. So in the first shot, we have multiple road shots, a biker. The mood is open, it's adventurous, there's a lot of space in the landscape, and industrial. Now I know that there's a voiceover, we're gonna have a man talk, and now we've had a mood shift right here. We have a totally different scene. We're by the river. This overview shot is a really nice transition spot. As I step into the boat, the music is going to shift because this is a humorous series of shots. We don't know how to canoe, and we're having trouble boating. So we have 2 characters. The tone has shifted. The shots are faster. They're a little more handheld and rough feeling. And the feeling is a little more chaotic, still adventurous, and clearly humorous. She doesn't know how to boat. I don't know how to boat. And we're having to be drugged. Now, shift here. 2 people talking on the shore. The adventure is wrapping up, and now a talking head. Overall, the feelings in this clip have changed from open road to a specific instance of action with a reflection towards the end. So I sort of have 3 shifts happening here, and I need to take that into account. If I had to put one word to this scene, I would say adventure. Step 2 is to choose your instrumentation. Think which instruments or sounds will best fit the mood of your scene. You may also choose to work with just one instrument. If you're working in a DAW, explore different virtual instruments or sound packs. So consider the genre of the scene. Is it horror, adventure, comedy? And select sounds that match. I know that I want a clear shift between the beginning of the scene, which is open road, expansive. It makes me think of an electric guitar, some reverb, and also some ambient space pads. I want the tone to shift again when we get to the canoe scene to something more organic, like an acoustic guitar, specifically something inspired by Roger Miller, humorous, maybe hand claps, whistles, snaps, funny sounds that I could make with my mouth, something that sounds a little more sketchy and like a doodle to keep a lightheartedness around it. And I think I'm going to choose to end it abruptly when I'm back on the land here, because this is a reflection point and I don't want it to be a smooth cadence. I just want it to end very abruptly. Step 3 is to develop a main theme or melody. Consider whether your music should be in a minor or major key. Create an 8 to 16 bar theme or melody to drive the scene. Or sketch a simple chord progression that fits the mood you've chosen. Ask yourself, how can the melody evolve throughout the scene? when I'm asking myself, how can the melody evolve through the scene? In this scene, I know I have two clear shifts in tone. So there's going to be a transitional moment where it goes to dialogue, or there's no music for just a few seconds, a more abrupt transition. However, in this first scene, I know that I want an electric guitar tone. I want it to start off clean with long legato notes. And towards the end of this phrase or this road scene, I want it to get a little grittier with some distortion. Later in the canoe scene, I know that like a short country demo, I want it to just start off simple with an acoustic guitar and slowly add in different handmade sounds. They will sort of act like waves peaking at certain points, because I also know that this scene was recorded outside. There's a lot of water and air noises. So at those moments, I'm also going to swell what's happening in my music. Step number 4 is to score the scene. It's important to mark time codes for shifts in the music. Watch the video and play your melody. Adjust the music to match key moments or shifts, like a character's action, a plot twist, or a dramatic pause. You can use dynamics, tempo, and rhythm to sync with the visual images. For this first scene on the road, 15:39 is when it starts, and it's only a few phrases of music that I'm going to be creating before a shift happens around here, and clearly at 15:57, right there, 15:57 to 16. So I only need about 25 seconds of the first couple music phrases with the electric guitar. Here, I know that the scene is going to take me out with the canoe right around 16:55 when it cuts to the single talking head, because we're going to hear an interview right at there, 16:55, and the music's gone. So those are clear moments that I need to mark so that I'm not overwriting or underwriting. Also, this is a no-brainer. But as you are working on your melody, watch the scene. You may find yourself expressing certain things on your instrument during a certain clip, and you want to lean into that. Step 5 is to refine and review. Ask yourself, does the music support the story? Make adjustments to make sure your music complements the scene perfectly. You might even want to run it by a friend for feedback. This is my final result.
Laredo, we see Mack trucks all over the place. It's a little unnerving on a bike, and I feel like an ant in comparison. As the largest inland port in the U.S., virtually all imported and exported goods going by truck to Mexico and further south pass through this city. We meet Carlos, our river guide, who's promised to take us on a sweet canoe ride down the Rio Grande. This is the real thing. Finally, I get to explore the water. I feel a little like Jacques Cousteau.
Go ahead and get in.
Okay. Oh, let's stay centered. Yeah, I can feel every little move that you make, Brandon. Okay, I just really need to be honest. Is it going to be this hard for like 2 hours?
It is. That's why I was about to tell you that.
Oh my God, get in the shower.
Get out of that current. That might be the easiest thing to do.
I love the water. I'm a big swimmer, but I think I have to brush up on my canoe. This might be one of the most embarrassing things.
It's very difficult with the wind, and that was my concern.
I'm gonna just pretend like this is me. Check it out. See how fast I'm going? I don't think there's a better metaphor. You're like in this boat of your life, and sometimes you get whipped around and taken by the wind, and you end up on a different shore.
You can level up this challenge in a really fun way. Consider how you could rescore the same exact scene, but from a completely different approach. Try a happy, upbeat version for a serious moment, or an intense scene with the relaxed, calm approach. Today's TuneUp challenge, music for film. I look forward to hearing your music for film inside the Tuneagers Club.